Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for those of you who completed the activity. If you haven't yet, just get that done as soon as you can. I know there's a lot going on and these are crazy adjustments, so get it done as soon as you can, but don't worry about it too much. This video slash activity is just a follow-up to that last one that we did. So first off, just how are you doing? There's going to be the first slide that you've already hopefully answered. I just want to check in with you. Are you feeling good? Do you have questions? Do you have concerns? Any of that there? You can let me know in that box there if you want. And then you're already in the video. The data set that we talked about is in this slide here if you ever need to refer back to it. As we're going through the video here, I'm going to ask you some questions and have you answer them in these spots right here. So starting off on the first one here, one of the questions was to count the number of data points in each of those sections. And these are probably our two most common answers. One of them is correct. The other one is a little bit off. So first question I'll have you guys answer is which of these do you agree with and what do you think the other one did wrong? You can pause the video here and then come back when you're ready. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is what is the interquartile range or IQR. This was a very common answer that we got, which is correct. It is how many dots are in that square, but that actually happens to be a coincidence in this case. I have another data set here, and in this data set, the interquartile range is 9. So looking at this data set here, why might that be 9? Think about that, and then I have another question in your Desmos activity for you to answer with a different data set. What do you think the interquartile range of that data set is, and why? Go ahead and pause again, go back and answer that, and come back when you're done. Okay, now that you've hopefully already done that, here are some correct definitions that your classmates gave of interquartile range. So you can read through those there. And then you can go back and refine this answer if you need to. Another thing that was in your activity was here at the end here, we talked about the lower quartile Q1 and the upper quartile Q3. So let me just pull up my graph again. Q1 of my graph here would be 3, and Q3 of my graph would be 12. Once again, Q1 is 3, Q3 is 12. Looking at that, what do you think Q1 and Q3 are? Then you can go into your activity here. There's another example there. How do you think you find Q1 and Q3? Let us know what you think there. Okay, and that leads us to what is called the 5-number summary. So some of you guys had the question here of, let me pull them up here. Why is it more significant? What does it have to do with a dot plot? What a box and whisker plot does is gives us what's called a 5-number summary, which is shown here. The 5-number summary is the minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and the maximum. So each of those shows you kind of what those 5 key parts of this are, and it splits it up for us. Instead of having all of those dots, we just get those 5 really important numbers, and we'll talk more about why those numbers are important. So that's the last question for you guys to answer there. Then if you go on to the last screen, we miss you guys. We want to check in on you guys. We want you guys to be virtually communicating with each other. So on this screen, if there's anything you want to share with us or with your fellow classmates, you can type it in there. This one is set up to share with your classmates, so don't type in anything you don't want them to know. But keep it school appropriate, but just tell us something if you want to. If you don't want to say anything, that's fine too. Close out of the window. Desmos automatically saves everything. If you have any questions, let us know. You can send us an email or contact me through the Remind. And stay safe out there.